Hi programmers, I shall explain the working of insertion sort with real life example in this video. Imagine you're given a set of cards 6, 2, 5 and 3. Assume your hand is empty. The underlying idea of insertion sort is that it picks a card in hand, finds the correct position to insert the picked card among the cards in hand and inserts it there, thereby sorting all the cards. In this case, initially your hand is empty, indicated by the blank gray cells. You first pick the card 6 and find a position to keep that card in hand. Since you have only one card, you can keep it at index 0. Then you pick the next card 2. Compare the picked card 2 with the card in hand. 2 is less than 6. So 2 has to be inserted before 6. Now 2 must be at index 0 and 6 at index 1. This is done by copying 6 to index 1 and overwriting the content of index 0 as 2. Now you have two sorted cards, namely 2 and 6. You pick the next card 5. As you compare, if the picked card's value is less than the card in hand, copy the card to the next index. So let's compare. So usually when we compare it in the reverse order. That is, we compare the picked card. Here in our case, it is 5. We first compare 5 with 6, then we compare 5 with 2. That's how we go. And we keep on comparing until the picked card value turns greater than the card in hand. That is, we stop when we encounter the first situation where the picked card is greater than the card in hand. So first let us see here. So we'll compare 5 with 6. 5 is less than 6. So we need to copy 6 to the next index, that is index 2. Then we compare 5 with 2. 5 is greater than 2. So we stop there and to the index next to that, we'll be inserting the card. That is, we'll be placing the card 5 at index 1. Now we have three sorted cards in hand, namely 2, 5 and 6. So pick the card 3. Now compare the picked card 3 with the cards in hand in reverse order as we saw. So we'll be comparing 3 with 6, 3 with 5, 3 with 2. So when we are comparing, what we'll be doing, we'll be checking. So when we are comparing 3 is less than 6, so we need to copy it to the next index. We compare 3 with 5. So 3 is less than 5, so we copy. Next, when we compare 3 with 2, what happens? 3 is greater than 2. So we'll be stopping that comparison. So the first point where we encounter that situation where the picked card is greater than the card in hand. So we need to insert that picked card at the next index. That is, when we compare 3 and 2, here fails our case. So to the next index, we insert 3 and all the cards are sorted. That's it. Let's code in Python. Get the elements to be sorted as a list from user using list comprehension. Now first let us write the code for inserting one card X in a set of sorted cards A. Then let us put it in a loop. So to insert one card in a deck of sorted cards, traverse the sorted cards in reverse order. That's what we did. So starting from the last index n minus 1, I is equal to n minus 1, while I is greater than or equal to 0. That is till the first index. That's how we go in the reverse order. And when the card to be inserted is less than the card in hand, that is the current index x less than a of I, what we need to do? We need to copy it to the next index. So a of I plus 1 is equal to a of I and decrement the current index by 1 since we are traversing in reverse order. And at the I plus 1th index, we'll be inserting the card. A of I plus 1 is equal to x. So the highlighted part is a code for inserting one card in a deck of sorted cards. So x is the card to be inserted. So now we need to see what is this x for our case. So we start from index 0 till the last index. So we tend to we pick one card from this first index, that is 0th index, to the last index, n minus 1th index. So for that reason, I'm using a loop for n in range of len of a. I'm putting this entire piece of code inside that. So my card to be inserted x is a of n. So starting from 0th index till n minus 1th index, I'm repeating these steps. So now I can print the result. That is result after insertion sort, comma, a. That. So let me run this code. Let me give some random inputs like 10, 30, 20, 15, 5, 25. I get the sorted output. That's it. To encourage and support this work, do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching.